Nitrolord, also known as Nitro Crystal 81, Lord Nitrous, Lord Bunny, Lord the Bun, Little Pupcake, Matty Brox, and Candy Watches to name a few obvious, because holy shit, is a Roblox commentary YouTuber that makes informational documentary type Roblox videos, mainly discussing old Roblox history, whether it be old groups, events, history, Roblox hats, etc. But somewhat recently, he got into a controversy regarding him pulling a classic robot shoe to remove him being a childliker, if that makes any sense, because YouTube doesn't like the actual term. So in today's video, we're going to be summarizing the entirety of the drama as well as debunking some points made. Now, I can't find specifically when he originally decided to become a furry, as the video he originally made on it got taken down, but in his most recent video, he said he's only been a furry for about a year. And given how all this controversy all happened pretty recent, I think we can assume that he became a furry around last year. Already a concerning sign, as furries don't exactly have the best track record. Nitrolord has tried and tried again to defend the furry community, only for him to showcase why furries are disliked. How ironic. In his most recent video, he says he gets why furries are hated and why the hate is kind of deserved.
If you followed me on Twitter when that was still up or kept a close eye on my community posts, you've probably seen me strongly defend the existence of the furry fandom on Roblox. I waxed poetic about how furry-directed hate runs rampant on Roblox and how furries on Roblox are unfairly persecuted more than any other sect of furries. After taking some time to reflect and talk things out with people close to me over the past few months, I've realized that that is true, and it's also kind of deserved.
This all mainly started when he was exposed for having an alternate account on Twitter where you like hey furry porn. While he's an adult, that doesn't excuse him from the fact that he had a Roblox account using the same name, basically linking the both together. As well as also reposting the same content on his main account. I don't need to tell you why this is wrong. His audience is mostly consistent of minors, and since he has a Roblox account that exposes minors to the type of content, Roblox is an all-ages platform and this shouldn't be allowed. It's against the terms of service. He eventually gave out a private apology to Dune and then uploaded an apology video on his YouTube channel. But a week later, he got exposed for something else. So after that drama, he made a new NSFW Twitter account, this time by the name of Lord the Bun, which is extremely similar to his previous account, which was already easy to find. And on this account, he reposted a tweet, apparently by his girlfriends, about them hosting an all-ages dance party at Furpocalypse, a Howling Beans furry convention. Pretty sure furries are a fucking kink in and of itself. I'm not sure why you would allow minors to be around there. Anyways, in the same tweet, they also say that kink gear is welcome. Keep in mind, this is a party that's been advertised as all ages. Furthermore, on one of the posters that's meant to promote the event, it literally says all ages, but takes place on kink night. So Nitrolord is basically letting minors be around degenerates with kink gear, but instead of taking responsibility, he makes a dog shit response video where he tries to defend himself on this.
This is my live, unscripted reading and reaction to this fun little document that just got posted in the Revival server, The Apology. By now, most of you have seen Nitrolord's apology video titled Shining Some Light on the Lore Bunny Situation, which they chose to post on an alternate YouTube channel rather than their main. I did that because I don't want to expose my main audience to porn. You have to understand that the entire reason why people were talking about me and talking about this situation was because I was unknowingly exposing minors to potentially dangerous stuff. And I show some of that potentially dangerous stuff in the video, cropped and censored of course, but I still don't want to show those minors that potentially dangerous stuff. I would actually be doing a worse thing by showing them that apology video. So, following minors. So, there's a very simple explanation for this, and that is literally on Twitter, I just follow people as a reward for seeing their cool posts. I don't really check people's They also forgot to mention the fact that they liked some suggestive and risque tweets on their main Twitter account. Bum-ba-dum-ba-bum. Yep, that's pretty suggestive. They said they wouldn't do this type of thing again, and they barely use Twitter anymore, but of course that was not the case. I think that's related to a different thing, so I'm just going to pause here and address this. So, yeah. I liked this tweet on my main account before I had the Lore Bunny account. Now, here's the thing. Who on the goddamn planet goes to the account of a creator with 2,000 followers, which isn't that much in Twitter terms? Who goes to that account and checks their likes? What miner is spending their time checking the likes of a random 2,000 follower Twitter account? No. They're over there watching, like, Skibbity Toilet and playing Adopt Me, or whatever, kids. They said that they wouldn't do this type of thing again and that they barely use Twitter anymore, but of course that was not the case. Lure the Bun and the Party. Okay, this part, if this is what I think it is, this is starting to make me kind of mad. Because Lure the Bun is the username that I came up with for my new account that was going to post, like, more adult stuff, but be completely and totally separate from Nitrolord. I was not going to advertise this anywhere. I was going to just, like, have it up and just, like, away from any space. This was just supposed to be known by people in my personal life, and that was it. I didn't follow it on my Nitrolord account. I didn't promote it with my Nitrolord account anywhere. It was just its own thing. Get it? So, image on the right was tweeted by Nitrolord's girlfriend and then retweeted by Nitro himself. Image on the left is supposedly the same party on the official For Apocalypse website. Nitrolord was advertising an 18+ kink dance party as all ages, along with his girlfriend. So, yeah. This is misdirection here. This is what this is. The sentence here says, Nitrolord was advertising, and retweeted by Nitro himself. What this implies is that I retweeted this advertisement on my main account, right? That is not true, because you can see here, Lore reposted.
How is this misdirection? Your previous Twitter account links back to your main identity, and your Lure the Blood account links back to that also counts, which links back to you. You're the same person. Stop being your piggy. Hell, you even admit to using this identity on your YouTube channel.
You're right, I am Lore the Bun. I will admit to that. That was until they announced the party. Nitrolord and his girlfriend at Silly Cow Thing sent out an invitation for a party marked as all ages that for some reason allowed kink gear. Okay, so I get how this can look a little bit weird. But you gotta understand how furry conventions work. So, basically, minors kind of leave furry conventions, generally speaking, by like 7 p.m. 7 p.m. is kind of when the minors all get out. Because after 7 p.m., that is when After Dark Hours occurs. And After Dark Hours is when all the adults come out and dress up in kink gear and like adult stuff. And like do more adult type things in a more free and open space. So, by 9 p.m. at Furpocalypse, there were no minors to be spoken of. It was just adults. And I can speak on the fact that that it was only adults that attended that party, because I was there at that party, and I saw only adults.
Your entire excuse right now is trust me, Belle.
And also the part, this isn't like really proof or anything. It's just kind of like intuitive. Basically, the party didn't end up being that popular because it was like picked out at a spot that was kind of like secluded away from the hotel. So, like, the majority of the people that came to it were like people in me and my girlfriend's friend circle, and they're all 18 and up. So I can promise you without a shadow of the doubt, there were no minors at this party. By all ages, it's really just meant like all adult ages.
Nice excuse you have there. If it really meant all adult ages, why not specifically state that on the post-it instead of all ages? Well, like, why not just say adults only?
Because, like, I believe there was a 40-year-old at that party.
Grown-ass man at a furry kink party that advertised itself as being all ages.
Also, additional point. And again, this is gonna sound kind of weird if you don't know about, like, kink-related stuff. But a lot of the time, people who participate and, like, have gear kind of, like, in that vein, just kind of, like, meet up in, like, a safe-for-work setting and just kind of vibe and hang out, maybe smoke some weed, and just, like, have a chill time where, like, no NSFW stuff happens. They just like to wear the gear as, like, a pride thing, where it's like, we're into this and we do this and we're proud to display it. It's not something that kids should see, don't get me wrong, but my point is, just because there is a meeting where people are wearing that gear does not mean that people are committing NSFW acts in that gear.
So you're basically seeing that degenerates can wear kink gear around children as long as they're not dealing NSFW acts around them. Create justification.
You can even see on this flyer it says, takes place on Kink Night. Kink Night is like an official, like, sanctioned thing by Furpocalypse. And do you think that Furpocalypse would allow minors to be there when Kink Night was taking place? If they were, they should be arrested. But they're not, because they're responsible.
So, by that same logic, you should be arrested because you're not responsible. You just said you're okay with children being around people with kink gear. Instead of admitting you're wrong, you instead double down and give out shitty arguments to defend yourself. Good job. Eventually, Nitrolord made a video regarding his alt account to the dance party, and he attempts to take accountability. I say attempts because he claims to have not read through the flyer, which is bullshit because he made a video defending himself. From this point on, the situation gets even worse because of course it does. Nitrolord was exposed to having another alt account, but instead of liking furry porn, he's instead liking furry porn that involves diapers, diaper fetish content involving minors. That's what he liked. And according to his bio, he apparently roleplays as a 3-year-old furry himself. Nitrolord, which I will now refer to him by his new nickname, Diaper Lord, gets called out for this in a Discord call where he admits to being little pupcake.
Am I wrong in saying that diaper furs and baby furs are like a thing?
There is some truth to that, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad you agree.
Yeah.
You're not into stuff, are you?
No. Yeah, we agreed on that topic there of the thing that we just discussed with, like, the diapers and stuff like that.
Diaper fur and
yeah.
baby fur being
yeah Yeah, and obviously you guys know about the other one, the rabbit one.
Lord Bunny.
Yeah, Laura
Yes.
Bunny. And I also have a dog one that I don't really do much with, generally speaking.
Little Pupcake,
So, uh,
right? Little Pupcake,
mm,
right? I'm right.
uh, there is.
You know this one? That's you, right?
Hello?
Yo,
Hey,
That's you, right?
that's you, right?
the reason why I lied to you and said that I have like no association with it and find it weird is because I know that you find it weird, and I didn't want to fucking like upset you and make like things like the vibes even worse.
Diaper Lord has since deleted his main Twitter account as well as the Little Pupcake account. He may or may not have sold Doctors Limited and maybe tried selling his Robux account. He also attempted to rebrand twice, first as Manny Blocks, but I guess that was a failed attempt, and then Candy Wolf, his new YouTube channel, where I'm assuming he's going to be posting mainly furry content instead of Roblox content. Its most recent uploads at the time of recording this video is a video named Adults, Furries, and Roblox, where he attempts to take accountability, talk about the morality of the situation, but it's mainly a lot of rambling and sugarcoating.